How are things at the campaign for the freedom of information, by the way?
Sorry, I can't talk about that.
Yes, well, this is serious.
Very serious.
Very serious.
What could happen if either of them became PM?
Something very serious indeed.
Very serious.
I see.
Serious repercussions.
Serious repercussions.
Of the utmost seriousness.
Yes, that is serious.
In fact, I would go so far as to say that it could hardly be more serious.
Well, I think we're all agreed then. This is serious.
Yes.
Yes, Humphrey?
Minister, I think there is something that perhaps you ought to know.
Yes, Humphrey.
The identity of the official whose alleged responsibility for this hypothetical oversight has been the subject of recent discussion is not shrouded in quite such impenetrable obscurity as certain previous disclosures may have led you to assume. But not to put too fine a point on it, the individual in question is, it may surprise you to learn, one whom your present interlocutor is in the habit of defining by means of the perpendicular pronoun.
Beg your pardon?
It was I.
Is it the truth?
The truth and nothing but the truth.
The whole truth?
Of course not.
So we're going to tell them that we keep secrets, are we?
Indeed not.
Oh, why not?
He that would keep a secret must keep it secret that he hath a secret to keep.
Who said that?
It was Sir Humphrey.
It's not for me to comment on government policy. You must ask the minister.
Look, Sir Humphrey, whatever we ask the Minister, he says is an administrative question for you. And whatever we ask you, you say is a policy question for the Minister. How do you suggest we find out what's going on?
Yes. I do see that there is a real dilemma here. In that, while it has been government policy to regard policy as the responsibility of ministers and administration as the responsibility of officials, the questions of administrative policy can cause confusion between the policy of administration and the administration of policy, especially when responsibility for the administration of the policy of administration conflicts or overlaps with responsibility for the policy of the administration of policy.
Well, that's a load of meaningless dribble, isn't it?
It's not for me to comment on government policy and ask the minister. Prime Minister, I must warn you of the difficulties. I foresee all sorts of unforeseen problems.
Such as?
If I could foresee them, they wouldn't be unforeseen. So I gather you denied that Mr. Halifax's phone had been bugged.
Well, obviously. It was the one question today to which I could give a clear, simple, straightforward, honest answer.
Yes. Unfortunately, although the answer was indeed clear, simple, and straightforward, there is some difficulty in justifiably assigning to it the fourth of the epithets you applied to the statement. Inasmuch as the precise correlation between the information you communicated and the facts, insofar as they can be determined and demonstrated, is such as to cause epistemological problems of sufficient magnitude as to lay upon the logical and semantic resources of the English language a heavier burden than they can reasonably be expected to bear.
Epistemological? What are you talking about?
You told a lie.
Lie?
A lie.
What do you mean, a lie?
I mean, you lied. Yes, I know this is a difficult concept to get across to a politician. Yes, you did not tell the truth.
How might one set about persuading a minister of the importance of Bailey College?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you get him down here to a high-table dinner?
Is he of the intellectual caliber to understand our case?
Oh, yes. Well, surely our case is intelligible to anyone with the intellectual caliber of Winnie the Pooh.
Quite. And Hacker is of the intellectual caliber of Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, yes. On his day.
Mr. Potts! Thursday! My dear Jack. Sit down. Now, how would you like to be Minister of Health?
Me? It's a considerable promotion.
Bernard, Senator.
Yes, Minister?
I wish you'd call me Jim, at least when we're alone.
Oh, I'll try to remember that, Minister.
What I mean is that I am fully seized of your aims, and of course I will do my utmost to see that they're put into practice.
If you will.
And to that end, I recommend that we set up an interdepartmental committee with fairly broad terms of reference so that at the end of the day we'll be in a position to think through the various implications and arrive at a decision based on long-term considerations rather than rush prematurely into precipitate and possibly ill-conceived action which might well have unforeseen repercussions.
You mean no?
I mean, as far as one can see, in the fullness of time, looking at it by and large...
No, Humphrey. You know me. Action now.
Action now. Yes. May I say just one more thing? Through the chair, I'd like to add that my minister also sees the promotion of women as a means of creating greater diversity at the top of the service. I think we should stress when briefing our ministers that, quite frankly, you couldn't find a more diverse lot than us.
Absolutely. A real cross-section of the nation.
Well, quite honestly, Minister, I want a job where I don't spend endless hours circulating information that isn't relevant about subjects that don't matter to people who aren't interested. I want a job where there's achievement rather than merely activity. I'm tired of pushing paper. I want to be able to point to something and say, I did that.
I don't understand.
I know. That's why I'm leaving.
Surely not saying that the government of Britain is unimportant.
No, it's very important. It's just that I haven't met anyone who's doing it.
Oh, well, look. It's Humphrey.
Mr. Humphrey.
It's all right. I'm perfectly safe. Mr. Humphrey, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Minister, I must protest in the strongest possible terms my profound opposition to a newly instituted practice which imposes severe and intolerable restrictions upon the ingress and egress of senior members of the hierarchy, and which will, in all probability, should the current deplorable innovation be perpetuated, precipitate a constriction of the channels of communication and culminate in a condition of organizational atrophy and administrative paralysis which will render effectively impossible the coherent and coordinated discharge of the function of government within Her Majesty's United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland.
You mean you've lost your key? I'll tell you about government. You must always try to do the right thing. But you must never let anybody catch you trying to do it, because doing right's wrong. Right?
You had enough, darling.
Still some left in the bottle.